Which
But
was
anyway,
the second song, right?
I have a little story about this song, if you'll indulge me for a moment. You know, when we first wrote this song, coincidentally, right after we wrote it, we both got sent out on this tour. It was the Internet Quartets tour in 1995, right?
That's right.
That's right. And it was remarkable in lots of ways, but one of the ways was that it wasn't just one group, it was like 4 groups of 4 acts going out. And we all had the same itinerary, but we'd all, you know, one group would follow a week behind the other. So if it was like Thursday, it'd be Rochester, Friday is Syracuse, or whatever it was. It was so
Waco.
Waco, yeah. Then we rested on that day. But so you know, we had just written this song, and I was real excited about it, of course. And you know, the last thing you write is always your favorite song, although this one has outdone others over the years in my like of it. But anyway, so it was a new song. I played it everywhere, you know, and of course I said, you know, I wrote with Tom Kimmel, and he's going to be here next week. He's great. You got to come back to see him. But he's probably going to play this song as a new one and try and pass it off as a new song, and you should all tell him that you've heard it already. So poor Tom, a week later, got that, you know, like 10 days in a row.
Everywhere I played, someone would yell out, hey, play that Buddy Mondlock song.
Which is the cruelest irony of all, I must admit.
And then people would come up to me afterwards, and I didn't know that Buddy, he's the sweetest guy in the world. You don't think of him as having a wicked sense of humor. But he would tell people, hey, go up to him and tell him, man, that was great, that song you wrote with Buddy. You do that almost as good as Buddy does. After it happened about 3 or 4 times, you know, and then I found out Buddy was, you know, putting them up to it. You know, I thought, oh, this is a side of Buddy I haven't seen before. It's the Chicago thing.
Right.
There you go. Okay, well, here's the song after all that. It doesn't take that long as the introduction did. And you might turn up my vocal just a little bit. I can out-whisper all these dudes. I can be quieter than all of them put together. Or all of them subtracted from each other. That's what I mean. So I was not the one you wanted. You can see I'm reconciled. Must you be so disappointed? Can you not carry on in style? Is it too much to say we loved hard till the world fell back in place and left us where we are? I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gate while the whole palace slept and I never rang the bell. Maybe that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. When the fortune wheel is spinning, luck is fortune's dirty joke, and a player's chance of winning is diminished by his hope. Can't you laugh just to think of the gold we had running through our hands when we were on a roll? And I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gate and declare what was mine I stole from that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. It's hard to tell why the solid ground surprised us when we fell. It's hard to say it's life or death, or just so many bitter words beneath your breath. Is it too much to say we loved hard till the world fell back in place and left us where we are? I feel like the king when the queen loses faith and the crowd rushes in to tear down the gates while the whole palace slept. And I never rang the bell. Maybe that's poetic justice, but it's pretty hard to tell. I feel like the king when the queen loses hope and the crowd rushes in to raise the gallows pole and declare